If Earth is a living being, then nations are her organs, each with a unique function, vibration, and purpose in the greater planetary body. Just as individuals are born with soul blueprints, so too are civilizations, cultures, and nations. We have to look beyond politics, flags, and ideologies. We tune into the soul of the nation, its mythic essence, its karmic imprint, and its spiritual contract with the earth and cosmos. What is a nation spiritually? A nation is not merely a geographic territory, it is an incarnated spiritual being. Formed from the convergence of collective memory, language, land, archetype, and ancestral lineage. It holds both personality and purpose. It's just as a human has a soul signature. A nation carries a collective soul frequency that expresses through its myths, culture, wounds, and strengths. Key qualities of a nation's soul. Archetypal identity. Every nation expresses a dominant archetype. It's the warrior, the alchemist, the visionary, the elder, the healer. Cultural genius, unique gifts and frequencies a nation channels to the world. Food, music, invention, philosophy, or spiritual codes. Ancestral lineage, ancient bloodlines and spiritual agreements passed down through generations. Land frequency, the soul is bonded to the land's frequency. Mountains, rivers, deserts, each informs its consciousness. When a nation forgets its soul, it becomes spiritually bankrupt if it appears economically powerful. How nations are born spiritually. The creation of a nation from a spiritual perspective is not random. Nations emerge when a particular soul frequency wants to incarnate and serve a purpose in Earth's evolutionary timeline. This emergence is often catalyzed by collective trauma or mass migration's cosmic timing. Spiritual contracts between tribes and territories, encoded prophecy or destiny threads, energetic birth points. A nation is conceived in the etheric long before borders are drawn. Founding myths, declarations, revolutions, and uprisings are often energetic birth canals. These moments are heavily charged with archetypal energy, often guided by unseen forces. The role of ancestry, myth, and language. The soul of a nation is deeply embedded in its myths and language. These aren't just stories or communication tools, they are frequency carriers. They encode spiritual instructions. Mythology. The mythic stories of a people reflect their soul contracts. Egypt's Osiris, Rome's Romulus and Remus. South Africa's ancestral totems. Language. Certain languages carry vibrational DNA unique to the soul of the land. Sanskrit, Hebrew, Zulu, Mayan glyphs. Reviving native tongues restores collective spiritual memory. Ancestry. The bloodlines of a people often carry intergenerational agreements, both sacred duties and unresolved karmas. When a nation loses its language, erases its mythology, or disrespects its ancestors, it severs from its own spiritual root system. The karmic field of nations. Just as individuals hold karma, nations also carry collective karma from both past lives and historical actions. This karma is stored in the land collective memory. National policies, global relationships. Examples. Germany holds the karma of technological mastery and shadow genocide. Its redemption lies in becoming a bridge of ethical innovation. The USA carries both the karma of stolen land and the destiny of visionary creation. Its spiritual tension lies between egoic dominance and divine freedom. African nations carry ancestral sovereignty, but also collective wounds from colonization. The rise represents a global soul rebalancing. Karma is not punishment. It is a loop looking for conscious closure and a nation. Destiny is often encoded in how it chooses to respond to its karmic inheritance. Geopolitics as soul interaction. From this expanded lens, geopolitics is not just about economics and power. It is a dance between soul forces. Every diplomatic treaty, every war, every alliance is an energetic negotiation between national soul archetypes. Conflict arises when a nation is disconnected from its spiritual essence. Another nation tries to override or suppress a unique soul. Frequency. External agendas interfere with national sovereignty. Shadow aspects of national psyche go unacknowledged. True diplomacy in the age of spirit is not about control, it is about energetic recognition. Seeing the soul of another nation and allowing it to fulfill its sacred role. Reawakening national soul consciousness, many modern nations are spiritually fragmented. The symptoms include cultural amnesia, civil unrest without clear cause, widespread apathy, nihilism or materialism, disconnect from sacred land. Language and origin stories, healing pathways, revival of cultural memory through storytelling. Ritual and celebration, reconnection to sacred sites, and original creation myths honoring of indigenous wisdom keepers and land protectors. Creating policy rooted in energetic sovereignty rather than political fear. The more a nation lives in alignment with its energetic truth, the more it thrives on all levels socially, economically, and ecologically. You are a bridge between spirit and nation. You are not just a citizen, you are a spiritual emissary of your land. Your own soul chose to incarnate in a specific culture, territory, and historical timeline. Why? Because your energy is part of that nation's healing, remembering, and evolution. Reflections for embodiment. What national soul energy am I carrying forward? What wounds or gifts from my ancestry am I being asked to transmute? How can I speak, create, vote, and live in a way that honors the soul of the land I walk on? You are the prayer of your ancestors walking forward. You are the future memory of your nation encoded in flesh. The future of Earth depends not just on individual awakening, but on collective soul retrieval. When nations remember who they are spiritually, global harmony becomes possible. When each land walks in its own light, competition gives way to cooperation. And geopolitics becomes a planetary symphony of archetypes. It's not a battlefield of egos.